Hey everybody, my name is Lisa. I am the Crafty Goddess. If you're new to my channel, first of all, welcome. Thank you so much for coming by. I knit and crochet. I make jewelry. I mess around in the kitchen. In other words, I like to make stuff and I like to buy stuff to make stuff. So if this sounds interesting at all, please feel free to hit the like and subscribe buttons down below. If you are a returning visitor, hey, good to see you again. Come on in. Feel free to, grab a beverage of choice. As you can most notably tell, I am still a little under the weather. It's been about a week since I caught this cold infection, whatever the heck it is. It feels like it's on the mend. I'm not hacking up nearly as much as I was, but it feels like it's getting better. But now it's just to the point where my throat feels like it's being crushed, and I've been coughing so much my voice obviously has taken a hit. So, and I'm also kind of feeling still a little gross, so that's why I'm not on camera this week. So I'm going ahead nonetheless with this episode of Maker Monday. Ta-da! I've got I've been plugging away at a couple of projects. I've got another bandana I wanted to show off, and this pattern, as you can tell by the thumbnail, I don't think it was necessarily meant to be like a bandana. It was more like a kerchief, but the pattern itself is called an Italian bandana. And as you can tell, I might have made it a little big, or maybe it's just because the dummy doesn't have, the mannequin doesn't have hair, so it doesn't have a bit of a rounded thing. But the pattern itself, the creator is called an Italian knitter. The pattern itself is not written in Italian. Well, it probably is on the Ravelry site. That's where I got it from. This is a free pattern from Ravelry, and it's a cute little pattern that I liked, and I slightly modified it so that I put some ties at the end or at the back. Otherwise, it's just like a kerchief style pattern that you can tie around your neck or whatever. But this took me a few days. I just modified it where I chained a bunch from each end, and then I chained a bunch on one end, did a single crochet across the front, and then chained down the back just to make it tie. It's nice and comfy. I used now the original pattern, sorry, I'm getting ahead of myself. The original pattern called for yarn from Drops, I think Drops Bell or Drops Lima. Sorry. I've never used Drops yarn before, so I don't know what that's like. I just used some more of the Premier Hipster cotton that was kicking around my collection. What colorway did I use? Shoot, I can't remember the. I think this is called Fuchsia Fun. I don't have it on hand right now, unfortunately. It's called Fuchsia Fun, but we're seeing more neutrals. But it's a really nice colorway. I really like how it knit up. Yeah, this is a knit. It's knit with crochet embellishments. And I just finished a second one. This is in the Summer Splash colorway. It's 100% cotton. The Drops Bell or Drops Llama, I believe, takes a 5mm needle. I did a 4.5 for this. As I said, the original pattern was not made for a bandana type of thing. I believe they knitted about the same length that I did, though. Yeah, the original pattern called for 5mm needles, which is a US 8, and circular needle if you want. Hi, buddy. How you doing? Everybody, this is Dewey. Dewey, this is everybody. Can you get out of the picture, please? Thank you. Turkey. So the bandana, because it's a knit pattern, the bandana itself is worked flat, basically back and forth. So it does use circular needles, but just more to accommodate the number of stitches for the pattern. It's basically straight garter knitting with eyelet rows. So it's quite easy. And plus it uses the make one right and make one left techniques, where you basically make an extra stitch, like you pick up a bar in between stitches and then twist it a certain way to either go left or right. So it gives it a bit of shaping, but it's so pretty. I really like it. It's a 12 row repeat pattern, but technically it's just like the first 10 rows are like 2 row repeat, where the 1 row is the increases and the second row is just straight knitting. And then it gets to the 2 row eyelet pattern and boom, done. So that is that. I don't know what else I can say about it. You can find the Italian knitter pretty much on every social platform. Let's see if I can find the thing here. Yeah, I'll give you the info here. An Italian knitter. She's on Instagram, YouTube. You can email her. And she said, feel free to use the hashtag an Italian bandana if you're sharing your projects online, which I will definitely do in the in the description here. Excuse me. Sorry, my throat is just so mulched. I promise next time I'll probably sound a heck of a lot better. But in the meantime, we're just going to have to deal with me sounding like I gargled with sulfuric acid. I also started, I guess I started another shawl. When am I not working on a shawl? Oh, gosh. But this one, and it's another super easy. I seem to be going for a lot of comfort knitting with like garter stitch patterns and whatnot. So we're just going to cover up my mannequin here for a second. I started this shawl pattern, and as you can see, it's super gorgeous. You know what? Let's hold it the other way so you can see the beautiful. This is how much progress I've gotten it so far. It's about like 1.5 feet. The pattern is called Close to You. Here, let's do this. I obviously didn't plan this very well. There we go. We'll back this up a little bit so you can see what we're looking at here. The pattern itself is Close to You. It's also a free download I found from Ravelry. The pattern designer's name is Justina Lorkowska. My apologies if I pronounced that incorrectly. And it is again, it's like a certain repeat pattern where the first, like you have your setup rows, obviously, and then the first 10 rows are, like garter stitch, but there's also a little add-on here where you're doing, decreases and increases in the rows. So you do that for a certain length, about 5 repeats. And then to make this fun little detailing here with the eyelets, it's a 2-row thing where you bind off 8 stitches, and then you do yarn over, knit 2 together. But it's a double yarn over, knit 2 together. That way it gets the funky eyelets rows. Looks really pretty. So the original pattern, the pattern calls for 1 skein of Malabrigo Mechita. I don't know how to pronounce it. I'm sorry. My pronunciation skills are terrible. Which is 100% merino. And they used 4mm knitting needles, which is US 6. Again, with a circular needle to accommodate stitches as it gets bigger. I am using the Lion Brand Mandala yarn, and it is in the colorway Ghidorah. This is the yarn that I got last year from my Hirschner's haul. So yeah, it's the Lion Brand Mandala. Sorry for the chewed up ball band. And I'm using Ghidorah. That's the colorway that it's supposed to look like. So I can't wait till this completely does up. Now, the Mandala yarn usually calls for, I think it's a 3.75mm hook and needle. 3.75mm needles and a 5mm hook. I'm using a 5mm knitting needle. Yes, Dewey, I know. Just because I want to give it a little bit of extra drape and airiness. And it's so soft. So the original pattern calls for just the 1 skein of the Malabrigo Makita. I'm using 1 skein of the Mandala. It's probably going to be like a skinny shawlette type of yarn. Or type of shawl. You know what I'm saying. I've been taking a lot of cold medicine, and I'm still waiting for all my brain cells to regather. So, but yeah, the color gradation on this is really cool. I haven't hit any of the lavender parts yet, but it's gonna look pretty, and I can't wait to see it when it's done up, when it's completely finished. So I don't think this requires a lot of blocking either. I think you just finish it up, sew in the ends, and away you go. But that's what I've been working on this week, other than, trying to get my voice back and heal up my throat. That's going to be it for now. Next week, hopefully, I'll have some more fun and interesting projects to show off to you folks. In the meantime, thank you so much for watching. If you like what you saw, please give this video a thumbs up. I appreciate any and all positive feedback. Feel free to share down below in the comment section what projects you're working on right now. No, don't chase that little cat. Sorry. I swear, chasing cats is like chasing kids. You don't know what they're going to get into. What was I saying? Yeah, feel free to share down below any projects that you're working on right now. Maybe we can swap out some ideas if you've got any special projects for spring and summer that you'd like to work on. I've been going a little crazy with the cotton yarn, so that's my direction that I'm headed. And as I said, if you haven't already done so, please go down here, click the subscribe button, and hit the notification bell. It'll let you know when I've got more videos up and running. And other than that, that's it for now. Thank you so much. Take care. Please stay safe. Keep making cool stuff. And hopefully we'll talk again soon. And when we do, hopefully my voice will be completely healed. Thank you so much. Bye for now.